Here we go, Fuzzy. His teammate Enigma is out, but 2 eliminations. The 2 of them looks like they may have finished team 6 grenades. He's got a pretty good setup here. 142 medium ammo, surprisingly quite a bit for a competitive match where players are playing a little more strategically. There's 81 players left still in this circle. DMO, Bizzle stuck right there above Raz and his teammate Bog. Looking down from above. They're just outside the zone, so they're going to have to make a rotation relatively soon. It's not pressing. They have a minute and a half still, and then some, so they have to bounce out.
And again, that make it rain bonus you see is strictly counting the eliminations from this segment just during the make it rain for the moment. As we continue to stick with players, Shifty Shafts and Salty both about to be out of play, meaning the points of interest on the map, the named areas, 0 will be in play for this zone. Half the zone is in that kind of river in the ravine where you get stuck down there, you're in a pretty poor positioning. You see everyone try to sprint on out. Yo-Yo keep it up, Zexro and Vinny gatekeeping as well. They know someone's nearby. Yo-Yo keep it up, ticking down to that zone.
He's trying to edge it as long as he can. He doesn't want to get too aggressive.
Look at this, he can't even run out.
Might be kind of a trouble here. 24, 22 HP. He's got 2 bandages to pop before he's forced to move in.
He's got to glide.
Meanwhile, there's still other teams trying to rotate into the circle. Yo-Yo managing to fly just past. Doesn't realize potentially just yet that this is unoccupied, but he's going to find out quickly. No one else is there, which is solid play. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the Make It Rain bonus.
And we have our first 2 teams that have earned themselves a point this game. Hysteria with 3 eliminations with Blind will put them on the board with a point, both representing C9, and then ECA, Punisher, and Tendons with 3 eliminations as well.
Laser there from Yo-Yo on Dope rotating in. Wanted to take a look at that. His 1 elimination thus far. Donald Gamebro, his teammate, knocked out.
Now, folks, just to reiterate, there's 76 players remaining in this game, and that's the entire zone on the top right of your screen. That's where we stand right now.
2v2 here. Sword, two members of Sword. Devious Frosty stuck up above, having the top down on Aiden and Nick. Those stink grenades, they're trying to use those kind of to try and root Nick out of the little structure he's built up in. Any of those ticks of damage, players are going to try and move away from it. And if they're used correctly, you can force opponents to make moves just the way you want them to.
Ghoul from Ghost Gaming with a knock on Diggy.
And
75 players left, and this is probably going to be one of the last zones before everything's going to go nuts. 1 minute and 10 seconds on the Make It Rain bonus as we keep track of that as well.
Cloak in the feed. Cloak and TFUE finally showing up in the feed there.
In your elimination feed, remember this is arguably the most stacked lobby in Fortnite competitive history. Here at the Fall Skirmish Finals, you wouldn't expect anything different as Devious and Frosty still on that high ground. Are they looking to use the new Glide or redeploy? What will the answer be from Aiden and Nick Merckx? Lenane and Scratch on the top side of the map too, beginning to move, and there's Cloaksy and TFUE right in the heart of the zone, healthy as ever, looking to strike early in game number 1.
Like you said, this is almost to the point where the circle is going to start claiming quite a few players' time here at the crowd every time TFUE and Cloak show up. A lot of love for FaZe.
Again, to stress, players for player integrity, skins have been randomized during all these matches. Oh no.
Aiden and Nick,
oh, no.
On the verge of elimination. Aiden just barely holding on, 5 HP, trying to defend against Zexro.
They got 3 though. They did get 3, so Aiden and Nick Merckx officially on the board with a point. Might not be the ending they want, but you know what? They're on. They've got themselves 1.
I know in the bottom right corner as Vinny gets eliminated there, it looks like they might have been teammates, but Vinny and Yo-Yo actually opponents basically in the same box next to each other. The number of teams now that are in line of sight of each other it's going to be insane. You have Funk Bomb, Nate Hill here. We cut across. They're just outside the zone. They're going to have to rotate northwest ever so gently, sharing the ammunition, this little base they built. Nate trying to go for a snipe shot, just watching for any team to rotate. Now's the time to do it too, because he doesn't have to, these two, they don't have to move very far. So if they're looking to build up some eliminations just for point's sake, this is a good time to do it. Hopefully they realize Payne, Vape Jesus, Marksman, and his teammate are all stacked above him on that hill. It's going to be a tough hill to move away from. Earlier we saw Bog and Raz actually, for a little while, had the most eliminations during the bonus at 3, but DMO and Bizzle caught him from above here. Was getting the knock on Bog. Those clingers so important too when used correctly. You saw Bizzle dropped 2 on the structure just above and then immediately swapped to shoot it out so that once the explosion of the first one happened, the second would fall in on his opponent, and that's exactly how it played out. Well done there. Cloak and TFUE. Shots coming from multiple directions while they're editing holes, windows, and walls to try and take shots of their own, looking for parties rotating away. 87 medium ammo. A handful of shotgun shots. TFUE gets sniped 39 meters from Nate Hill. The riff from Cloak just trying to make it away, and
he's just got to accept it's gone. That's how TFUE goes out. Nate Hill, fellow FaZe member with lightning quick reactions, hits the shot, and now Cloaksy's left by himself. But he had 2 rift to goes.
I feel like we've seen Cloak every game he's played so far, at least carrying one. You see a team way up in the air over there. Hysteria's gonna go for a shot here. The hunting rifle just looking for any sort of movement. Peek over the top, he's gonna try and take a shot, and that team does know that he's there. Very quick peek there. Hysteria and Blind in an excellent position, the very top of this hill. They have a top down on everybody. Cloak still plays
their position is good, but look at Hysteria's health especially.
Tough.
Rough spot. At 72 hours now in the elimination feed, Tenpo and Jamok. Hysteria wants this shot so darn bad. He's got a lot of materials, which I'll definitely say is a great spot, but here we go. This is where you're about to see over half this lobby drop like fries. Fries. Flies. It's an all-out race, and here we go.
In front of Hysteria, multiple teams moving up the same ramp.
Oh yeah, gets a quick tag on one.
He's got to watch that zone, only 35 HP like you pointed out earlier, but he has a chance here to just take free shots essentially on teams that are rotating into the zone.
Look at this, they're scattered all in front of him. They continue to try to keep this high ground. 30 seconds as this zone continues to shift. Saint building on up. Morgossi now there as well. Funk Bomb and Nate Hill on the low ground. Blind with the pyramid on the top. There's someone up top as well. You see Hysteria frantically trying to stop that high ground from his opponent. 53 players remaining now as the elimination feed begins to light on up. Horrified drops to the storm. Hysteria still inching forward. Oh gosh though. They've got Dementos and Pate just above. Hysteria is just going to forfeit that high ground and float using the Glide redeploy. And look at the
Storm claiming so many lives there in the feed. Players going down, getting caught mid-rotation. Hysteria and Blind
27.
To establish.
That's how fast.
Half the field just went down.
It's because of these mountain plays, and now they've got to go right back.
Literally the opposite direction. They have to move through this structure, which Hysteria catches an opponent who doesn't even realize they're in the same box together. The Storm starting to tick for 8 as Hysteria is trying to push up, getting caught. Another player shows up right next to him. It was Ghoul from Ghost. The Storm claims Hysteria, but he got one just before he went out.
And Blind just got another knock as well. So that with Hysteria's 4th elimination, Blind's also got one. I just looked at the engagement feed right now. Frosty has 6 elims now at the moment there from Soar 2. So many players racking up the points now. 15 remaining in this game. Morgossi, who is the winner of the summer skirmish, still alive in this game 1 alongside his teammate.
This spread here, a very vertical set of players, 15 remaining. Pate and his teammate all the way up top. Morgossi and Saint trying to basically spray out the surfaces, looking for an opportunity to take a shot here.
Still in this as well.
14, no shield on the target. They're just going to go for the elimination. As soon as you see a white marker, that's called immediately by players at this level. Instantly.
Nate Hill and Funk Bomb now drop.
What an angle. 55 shield tag there.
Can't chase it. There it is.
On the way down.
8 players remaining. 13 on this zone. Remember, you begin to get towards the top 5 when you earn the points for placement as well. Cloakzy still in this one. He's earned multiple eliminations as well, with getting him and TFUE a point. Pate and Dementos on the high ground. It's all going to come down to this. 8 players left. A quick shotgun tag comes in. Saint and Morgossi still playing, looking on down. No materials left. They're going to have to chase this one as he looks for any bit of damage he can get. He takes some fall damage as well. The stink drops him down to just 10 HP. He's going to float down the mountain. Everyone on one ramp. It's all out warfare as he's down to 31 health. Floating to the low ground. These stinks are so good in this last zone.
Might spell defeat there.
You've got Saint now playing the high ground. He's got
the reload.
Cloakzy's still in this too.
4 players left.
Oh, he's got this. He's got to have this. He's just playing the healer zone.
Kits.
You saw the smile as well. I think he knows he's got it. I think he knows he's got it. There's no way. Cloakzy's done all he can. Cloakzy's done all he can. That's it though.
Make some noise.
Pate with the heals.
Well played.
And just like that, they get it done. But you know what? Cloakzy's hyped by himself. The man goes all the way to top 2 with, I believe, he had like 5 limbs on his own.
A valiant effort, honestly, but Pate, yeah, I mean, we saw at the end there 3 med kits, was sitting on a campfire, and there were multiple layers built between him and Cloak down at the bottom. It was basically unlosable at that point. Look at this view. He's just enjoying the time.